everyone, I'm Becky.
I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we're talking about The Perfect Escape by Suzanne Park, which I got off of, I want to say, NetGalley. And so this book is about Nate Kim, and Nate Kim is a senior at a very elite prep school where he is a scholarship kid, or as they call them, skids. And Nate dreams of being a millionaire. He wants to work hard, start a business, and make a fortune. But what he's doing currently is he's working at a zombie-themed escape room. And while at the zombie-themed escape room, he meets Kate Anderson, who's kind of a manic pixie dream girl, a little bit, yeah, who wants to be an actress. And it turns out that she doesn't want anybody to know, but her father owns a very large tech company. I don't know if he owns it or runs it. Like, at one point, they made it sound like he owned it, but then at another point, they said about how he gotten promoted. And her mother had recently passed away, and her father was very controlling, and she dreamed of being an actress, and her father didn't want her to do that, and so she wanted to basically figure out a way to raise money so she could move to New York. So what comes up is there's a zombie survival, like, weekend contest, and so they decide to join forces to try to win this contest and win $50,000. And they both kind of have these dreams for it. At the same time, Nate's like, he's got to win this because his family is in financial ruin, and somebody at school is pressuring him to take a payout to throw his grades so that they would look better when they apply for college. And that's kind of it. And of course, as they interact, feelings evolve.
So my first thought on this book was, there wasn't enough escape room.
There isn't enough
like, survival escape room zombie stuff. Like, I expected it to majorly be that, and it took them forever to get into the contest.
60%. I looked at my Kindle. It's 60% they finally show up for the survival contest. I thought the whole book was going to be like, they met at this escape room, and then they're doing the contest, and as they're doing the contest, they kind of fall for each other.
However, to be fair, it was interesting. Like, I did find myself wanting to read this book. Like, I gravitated, because we read a couple of books at a time, this is the one that I gravitated towards the most and wanted to, like, read it.
It was super quick.
And it didn't take me nearly as long.
No,
either.
It was super, super quick.
The romance didn't get me, though.
Because they don't interact.
They don't interact, but they also don't seem like they fit well.
Well, yeah.
They're like polar opposites, but not in a polar opposite, like, oh, that's what makes them attract. No, it just, like, they just didn't fit well. And then, like, the romance wasn't really believable. I think I could believe them as friends.
Right. I liked that there was kind of hinting around, and not, like, really a lessons book, but they do talk about Nate's Korean heritage, and that, like, the little bits that you got were interesting. This is one of those books I like the idea of more. Plus, so Kate's father is, like, this billionaire tech genius. There are robots everywhere. They're like lifelike, and at first I wasn't picturing lifelike robots, but as you read more and more and there are more robots, I'm like, so is it supposed to be in the future? Is it supposed to be a science fiction thing?
Right, that I couldn't figure out either.
Because we're talking, like, it looks really, and so that kind of threw me. I liked Nate's little sister. I thought she was funny.
She was funny. My other thing is, and I don't necessarily know how I feel about it, but it seems like, especially, like, in the survival game, that, like, they just so happened to know everything that they needed to know. Like, she just so happened to be an expert Girl Scout, so she could make fires, and he just so happened to already be taking Krav Maga, so, like, he could protect them. So, like, I mean, I guess it was believable because it was built into the story before you got there, but, like, it felt very contrived.
It also felt a lot like Hunger Games.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, once I got there, I was like, oh, this feels a little bit like Hunger Games. But yeah, so it's just like the pieces were there, but they didn't come together well. And like I said, the robot, every time, like, you're interacting with these robots, and anybody who reads the book would understand, like, this is not, like, just like a regular robot. This is, like, Star Trek kind of android stuff.
I don't know, but I guess I still liked it, though.
I
still liked it. I
don't regret reading it.
Right.
And like I said, it was so fast, and I think, like, a 13, 14-year-old wouldn't be thrown by the things that I was thrown by.
Yeah.
Which is the intended audience. So we should rate it.
Okay.
Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
I'm at 3 unicorns. I think I would even recommend it to somebody.
So, yeah, it's a 3. Particularly kids that are looking for that kind of...
The tweens, I think,
right.
would gravitate towards
And they did the dual narrator thing, and kids like the dual narrator thing.
Yeah.
So that is where we are on Perfect Escape.
All right. See you around.
Bye.